I love hot apple pie with a little dab of ice cream and see the ice cream melt down. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're going to do when we finish. Are you game for this? We're going to try and put this together. Come on and work with me. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to Lady Wisdom Speaks Academy. My name is Catherine Constant and I'm participating in a fall dessert collab with Mimi and Harmony and anyone else who wishes to be a part of it. Well, as I was thinking about, what am I going to bake? Because I'm really not a baker, but I do like to try out new things and I do like to try out different recipes. And that's why I actually purchased these cookbooks, because I thought, well, one of these days I might just decide to bake something. So this challenge has come just at the right time when I'm in the mood to bake. And as I was looking at these pies and these different desserts for fall celebration, pleasing Thanksgiving pies, I remembered that my brother bought me a beautiful stoneware pie plate with some apples that I got from apple picking at the apple orchard with my daughter last month. So I'm going to put together an apple pie. I received this beautiful pie plate from my brother about 12 years ago, and I never used it. I had it tucked away in the cabinet, and because of this wonderful fall dessert collaboration, I decided, well, let me pull this out and give it a try. Plus, I went apple picking with my daughter and some of her friends, and you could see that video and I'll leave a link in the description below. And we picked these beautiful assortment of apples. So now I have a lot of apples left back from apple picking. This would be a great opportunity to use these apples to create this pie. Yes, so I'm excited about that. And this pie plate also came with some instructions on how to make an apple pie. So I looked at the ingredients and it doesn't look too complicated, and it seems like something that I can actually do. It's asking for 2 unbaked 9-inch pie shells, which I have here, with pie crusts from Pillsbury Doughboy. He's going to help me out with the 2 pie crusts. So that's already done. Okay, 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar. These apples are very sweet, but I'm going to add some sugar to it, just a little bit, because I don't want it to be too sweet. Then it says 1/2 cup flour. I've made a pie before, but not with flour. I'm not sure about the flour part. 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I don't have any vanilla, so we're not going to add that. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I definitely have the salt. That can work. And 2 cups of apples. Well, I have the apples, that's for sure. And it said to pared, cored, and sliced. I like the skin of the apple. I'm not sure if I'm going to peel the skins. I'll think about that. And then 1/4 cup of butter. Well, I definitely have some really nice butter here. So I think this can be done. Also, oh yes, 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Well, I definitely have the cinnamon, and I have some lemon too that I'm going to pour. Just, squeeze a little lemon on the apples just so that they can keep their color. So I have all of the basic ingredients, and I'm not one to following the recipe to the T. The baking here is to mix sugar, flour, vanilla, and spices in a large bowl. Add apples and stir. Pour mixture into a shell. Lay other pastry on top of mixture and seal. Slit the pastry on top and sprinkle with sugar. Bake at 350, 60 minutes until apples are tender. So we'll go through the process as best we can, and we'll show you. I'll try and show you what I'm doing. So I've gathered all of the ingredients together for the apple pie, and I've decided to cut and slice up the apples in a bowl so that it could be convenient in distributing them into the pie shell. What I'm going to do to make this process easy, I am going to just pour the apples into the shell here and then sprinkle on the sugar and the cinnamon and other things in it, and just make it real quick and easy. Now, I know that we could make it more complicated, but I'm trying to find the most easiest way to make this happen, and I know that it's going to work. The apples are now in the pie shell. I just stacked them up, and I know that they're going to melt down and get soft, so I just put the whole bunch in. What I've done is put the apples in the dish. Then I add some sugar, the cinnamon, and all of the other ingredients. And then I put the butter on top. And now I'm going to put the cover on it. And so let's get to the next step. So I've taken out the roll there of the pastry top. And I'm now placing it on top of the apples and covering the pie. Then I'm pinching the edges of the pie, and that was easy to crimp it because of the shape of the bowl. Well, I'm finished with putting it together. I just added a light sprinkle of sugar on top, and so I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 and leave it in there for 60 minutes until the apples are tender, and then we're going to sample this apple pie. I think it's going to taste really good. With the leftover apples, I decided that I'm just going to make like a little apple crisp. So I'm going to I just put them inside the dish here. I'm going to add some sugar on top and some cinnamon. And then I'm going to use the Simply Granola here mixture of oats, honey, raisins, and almonds, and just sprinkle it on top. And try it out. See how that works out. I think it's going to taste good, almost like an apple crisp. Well, let me put it in with the pie, and I'll have two beautiful desserts to sample. All right, here we go. So I just sprinkled on top a little of the granola mixture, and I put some butter there too as well. Butter makes everything taste good, with some extra cinnamon. And I'm going to pop it in the oven with the pie. I'm going to cover it up with some foil so that it can really cook and melt, and I believe it's going to taste really good. Well, the pie is complete. I just took it out of the oven, and it's sizzling and bubbling from the fruit, the apples, and I'm just going to let it sit and cool, but it came out really nice. It looks delicious. So we're just going to let it cool now, and then we will sample it. Well, I'm here with Karen to help me sample the pie to see how it tastes. We both helped ourselves to some, and here's mine. her. So Karen, from a scale of 1 to 5, what do you give it?
A 5.
A 5. Oh my goodness, she loves my apple pie. She gave it a 5.
This is the best pie I've ever made.
She's,
Your whole entire life of living.
could you say that again?
No.
I didn't pay her. She said it's the best pie ever
Yeah, it is.
that I've ever made.
For
For sure.
Have you ever made anything in your life? Have you ever made a cake before?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, she says that this is a home run. I made a great pie. So, enjoy making your fall tasty treats too. Have a good day.